They're not going to make it. It's great. They get the animal, but they could have made so much pictures. Oh my God. They're not good enough to get to. But I guess they don't care if it's like, I don't consider water art. So do this one first. What you do is you do this and you do that. It's like a little bit. And Michelle, you can do it from here. When the time comes, you can come right here. Thanks a lot.
beautiful Shabbos evening. It is so great to be with you all. And just take a moment, look around. Look at the peeps next to you. Get a feel for the courtyard. It's so beautiful, just stunning. And it's, yeah, nice. The most beautiful thing is being able to be with each other in community together. Now, this is a new experiment for us. We've done Nefesh Shabbat before, or Ruach Shabbat, or any other Shabbat with all kinds of music. One of the things built in here. So we're going to, first time we're doing it on the patio, and it's the first time that we're doing it with flute. We're so excited to have our flautist with us. Yes. Judah. Yes. As well as, of course, members of our Rock Shabbat band that are with us, of course. Yeah, so exciting. But here's the thing. It's designed for you to participate. This is not a show, so sing along. And you already know that la la la, a perfectly acceptable Hebrew word, so sing along with us.
Some of them are built in.
In fact, some are built in again. There you go, perfect. And so let's take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Another deep cleansing breath in as you breathe in that sense of Shabbat peace. And exhale out all that mishigas, all that stuff we don't need to hold on to now. Let it go. Let it go. Page 5 in our CD. God, help us to make this new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and school and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the work you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat. Page 16. Mic's on?
Let's test your mic.
There you are.
Page 16.
We need to hear a can.
Ya my, 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 my. Ya my, 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 my. Ya my, 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 my. Ya my, 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 my. Ya my, 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 my. Ya my, 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 my.
meet too.
continue with Lachado D on page 19 and 20.
Kabbalat Adoni Kakala Shabbat Nekavela Adoni Kakala Shabbat Nekavela
We've been working our way through this Kabbalat Shabbat section of our service this evening, where we traditionally recite a number of psalms. We've hit a couple of them for each Lechadodi, and there's actually 2 more psalms that happen after we recite Lechadodi. One of those I'm going to feature this evening is Psalm 93. And you've got a little, it's actually was omitted mistakenly from your new Siddur. We'll fix it for the next time. But you've got a little blue sheet with some words that you'll need in just a moment. I'm going to teach a little bit about this psalm, and you'll hear me chant it in a traditional way. So Psalm 93, we call it Adonai Malach, which is actually one of our musical modes in our tradition. And it's this major sounding mode. You'll hear, and Kabbalat Shabbat is traditionally sung in this major key. And we transition once we get to Baruch Hu, Chatzi Kadosh, and Baruch Hu into Ma'ariv, the rest of our service into a minor. So you'll listen for that a little bit later. But a little bit about this text. Rabbi Richard N. Levy actually summarizes it very nicely. So I'm just going to quote him this evening. I liked what he had to say. And just keep in mind, this is a psalm about creation. So think about creation, God as creator, in whatever way is meaningful for you, whether it's a more literal sense or if it is scientific or natural force, whatever that means to you. So here's what Rabbi Levy says about this psalm. That the world is the garment in which God appears is a frequent theme in Hasidic thought. It finds its origin in this brief lyrical poem, which is the Psalm for Friday, the 6th day of the week, on which God completed the creation with the formation of animals, creeping things, and human beings, thus completing the garment of God's presence in the world. To see the creation is a great challenge. Too often we may appreciate the beauties of nature, but fail to see them as creations of God, manifestations of God's power and presence. At other times, we may feel the brunt of the hardships of nature, hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, and question why God created nature in a way that would give rise to such harmful forces. The rabbis created blessings on the occasion of sunrises and sunsets, on seeing mountains and the sea, rainbows and storms, different kinds of human beings, to give us words of thanks, or in the case of natural disasters, acknowledgement to their creator. This great flowering tree, it's your garment, God. This rainy, pounding, blustery storm, this is your garment as well. Indeed, this psalm suggests that we use the occasion of a storm-tossed sea to note that as mighty as the waves are, God, their creator, is infinitely mightier, and therefore can protect us from that storm. And of course, human beings are God's garment too. We, manifest the very image of God. In that way, the notion of the world as God's garment has ethical aspects as well. How can our actions manifest the best aspects of God's robings? You'll hear me chant the text of this psalm, and there's a poetic interpretation of the translation by Reb Zalman. And then you'll need your blue sheets. Adonai malach geut lavesh.
Adonai, you ruled robed in dignity.
Lavesh Adonai osit azar.
Dawn of intensity girded with strength.
Aftikon tevel valtimon.
Even the cosmos you arrayed that it not falter.
Nachon ki zacha me'az me'olam ata.
Your throne is prepared from the farthest past. You've been before there was a world.
Nase'u neharot Adonai.
The currents raise their roar.
Nase'u neharot kolam.
Rivers raise their spews.
Yise'u neharot doch yam.
Mighty torrents thunder.
Mikolot mayim rabim adirim mishperei yam adir b'marom Adonai.
The thunder of the ocean's breakers all exclaim, most powerful are you, Adonai.
Eitotecha hemnu me'od levetcha nava kodesh Adonai le'orech yamim.
O Adonai, your creation witnesses your will. Of sacred beauty is your house through all of time. continue now the lighting of our Shabbat candles. I'd like to call upon our bar mitzvah of tomorrow morning, Flannery Lee Messer, as well as brother Beckett and parents Jessica and Christopher. Page 84.
These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illume our uncertain steps.
Flames purify and renew, soften and refine. They brighten and make warm. Flames remind us of Sabbaths long past and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work towards Sabbath peace. Baruch atah. Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav, v'zivanim, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed Adonai, guiding spirit of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel
Now that we welcome Shabbat, I invite you to welcome the person next to you. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Maybe wave at someone you don't know.
Page 86.
Yitkadal, yitkadash, shemei rama.
Amen.
Ve'amad yiberach yirutei, ve'yamdich malchutei, ve'chai echon u'vyomecha, u'chayetecho beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, u'bizman ve'imeru, amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'alam chol ve'amaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, ve'yitadar, v'yitameh, v'yithalal, shemei l'kodesha, Rise for Bar. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Please be seated.
Page 88. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, במשמרותיהם ברקיר כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, כולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום מביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים. Page 89, we join together. When justice burns within us like a flaming fire, when love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when, to last full measure of selfless devotion, we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives, we begin to change the world, and then you live within our hearts, and we, through righteousness, behold your presence.
Thank you.
בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על עבדיך, ושיננת עליך ודיברת בהם, ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לילות על ידיך, והיו לתזבות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, ולא תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
You shall love the eternal your God with all your mind, with all your strength, and with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them on a symbol upon your hand. Let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all of my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I, the Eternal, am your God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I, the Eternal, am your God.
Page 92. I, the Eternal, have called you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I made you a covenant people, a light to the nations. This is the covenant I make with Israel. I'll place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I'll be your God and you'll be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of grace or nation, possessions or power. We are Israel. Our prophets proclaim and exalt the vision of the world.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream.
We are Israel, school and suffering of the oppressed.
You shall not oppress your neighbors nor rob them. You shall not stand idle while your neighbor bleeds.
We are Israel, taught to beat swords into plowshares, commanded to pursue peace.
Violence shall no longer be heard in your land, desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children shall be taught of Adonai, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, O God, we are witnesses to God's will and messengers of God's truth.
You are my witnesses, says the Eternal, and my servants whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, O God, and we proclaim you God of freedom, as did our ancestors on the shores of the sea.
Look at dogs daubing also. What can I say?
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai?
There will come a time when morning will bring no word of war, or famine, or anguish, or fire. There will come a day of happiness, of contentment, and peace. Praise be the source of joy within us, for the night and its rest, for the promise of peace.
Shei ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. וביום השביעי שבת
Please rise as we continue with the tefillah on pages 98 and following.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, Behimoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Isaac, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Mekonei Hakol, V'zocher Hasdei Avot Ve'imachot, Umevi Geula Mipnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo V'ha'ava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Be'ezrat Sarah. Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayet Hu Hatarav Le'ashia, Morid Ha'atav, Mechakel Chaim B'chesed, Mechayeh Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'rofei Cholim, Hu Matir Asurim, Hu Mechayeh Emumato, Mishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'Kefurot, Umido Melach, Melech Meziv, Umechayeh, Umasmiach Yeshua, V'Nemon Atzalach Hayot Hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh Hakol.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים אחד יום מן
seated. Close your seat door for just a moment. Well, we always on a Kabbalat Shabbat have a word of Torah before we go into our silent reflection. And this week, we are in the book of Deuteronomy in our Parshat. What is it called? What is it again? Re'eh. Good. I'm glad our bar mitzvah knows that. Thanks, Glenn. Whew. It was a close call. Don't worry, Glenn, I'm not going to say anything I'm going to say tomorrow. Glenn's Devar is amazing. So we come to the bar mitzvah, it's amazing. Well, Re'eh actually means to see, and it's a very interesting portion because what does it mean to see? Well, we'll leave that to Mort Berlant to tell us. But for our purposes today, one of the most important parts of this portion is the law of kashrut. The law of kashrut. What is the law of kashrut? Anyone know? Not all at once. Keeping kosher. That's what you're going to say, wasn't it? Lo kasher, nachon b'diuk, exactly. That's right. It's the laws of keeping kosher. And I want to be very clear that the point of them was not for biological reasons. That's a misconception. The point of them were for us as a community to feel holy, to feel a sense of connection, to set ourselves apart a bit, if you will. Well, when you're kind of in a persecuted situation, being in your own shtetl makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? No one wants to interact with you. But if you're in America and you have cultures galore, then why limit ourselves? If I want to feel a sense of kesher and connection, a sense of holiness, then actually I would highly recommend that that kashrut is not about what we're eating necessarily. Kashrut, I think, is about thinking about what we do before we do it when we eat. Being thoughtful about our approach. None of us need to eat so much meat anyway, so we should limit that. We eat way too much meat in this country. Look what's happening to our landfill. Take a look what's happening to our water table, right? We got a lot of corn in this country, most of which we're not eating. And we're feeding it to creatures that shouldn't be in it either, right? So kashrut should be more thoughtful for us. But I have to tell you that I think in the end, kashrut works really well when you're building Jewish identity. So when I was a child, I said to my mother, I was raised in a very typical Reform household with the smell of bacon and coffee in the morning. And I remember saying before my bar mitzvah, saying to my mom, hey mom, do you think we can not have bacon and shrimp? Now, that's pretty chutzpah for me to ask my mother. If you knew my mother, you would have said, Dana, what are you thinking? She looked at me and said, sure, let's do that. I was like, okay, cool. And from the age of 12 till my later 20s, I actually did keep kosher because I felt like it was important before I reject something to really understand it. And in the end, what I realized, what I was putting in my mouth didn't make me holy, but what came out of my mouth is what makes me holy. That's really the focus that we need to have. And so I would recommend that all the portions that we study that talk about keeping kosher, which is this one, that I would ask you to think about what connects you to your Jewish identity. Because that's really the goal of keeping kosher or keeping the Sabbath or any of the rules. It's really about maintaining that identity for you. For me, being with you right now helps that. So if I eat a little treif with you, it's not a problem. Treif is not kosher for those that don't know what that word means. Because in the end, it's really about our community that makes us holy. It's how we interact with each other. It's how we treat each other. And it's how we treat those that live in the periphery. Right? You've heard me say this over and over. I'm not stopping. But no one should be in the periphery. Everyone should be part of the family, regardless of where they come from and what they believe. So I invite us in these moments of silence to take a deep breath in and think of your kesher, think of your connection to your identity, to your Jewish identity. What does that mean for you? And how do you actualize that on a daily basis? We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. Our minhag, our custom, is I'll read a list of people that have already asked to be on that list. And then I'll wave my hand over your area. When I get to you, feel free to call any other name you wish to call out. And then we'll continue. And I think we're doing the Onal Efanala on page 111. On this Shabbat, though, we think of Janet Agrovich, Sally Amarendez, Hannah Bat Miriam, Bobby Barco, Bob Bell, Robert Berg, Dr. Arnold Berliner, Sandy Beinstock, Pauline Bronstein, Carol Brindell, Rich Burns, Ina Bruns, Melissa Champer, Chu Chi, Talia Sarowski, Deanna Courtright, Lucille Dolman, David Dierig, Midori Dierig, Henry Hansen, Jenna Fishoff-Hyman, Carolyn Franklin, Holly Fugit, Marilyn Fuller, Roberta Gabriel, Marcia Gieser, Charlene Griffin, Jack Half, Olivia Hand, Avram Harris, Linda Harris, Dr. Gary Height, Jennifer Johnson, Mimi Jones, Sylvia Karp, Don Kepler, Evelyn Katz-McCosker, Carol Lesage, Carol Lerner, Jackie Levinson, Randy Levinson, Daniel Long, Bobby Lotman, Austin Lucero, Janice Lucero, Gerald Maddox, Nancy Markham, Stephen Marcerni, Rich McCarthy, Rich Meador, Beverly Meador, Nick Murphy, Barbara Wanamaker Neiman, Glenn Overstreet, Melanie Pearson, Alice Pons, Sherry Prezant, Tad Prezant, Stephanie Rasmussen, Harriet Reisner, Linda Rogers, Julius Rodriguez, Eva Rose, Devon Ross, Daryl Sanchez, Laura Sanders, Victoria Schneider, Judy Schwartz, Rebecca Soberstein, Shirley Silverman, Norma Slavitt, Kathleen Spencer-Jones, Jonathan Stern, Donna Thyman, Gina Thrower, Eleanor Williams, Sue Witten, David Weiner, Monica Wiley, Yaakov Ben Eda, Brandon Yarkin, Tammy Zieghofer. If you wish to have another name, I invite you to call that name as my hand passes before you. We wish upon all those we mentioned and those remain unnamed, a speedy and complete recovery, as we now pray for their better health. Turning to page 111 for Elna Vafana La by Cantor Jeff Hubbard. for announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Rochelle Vogler, and I'm the VP of Membership, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our Ruach Shabbat service led by Rabbi Magat, Cantor Shafritz, and the amazing Ruach Shabbat band. After the service, we invite you to join us for Kiddush and Hamotzi, followed by our delicious barbecue dinner in the Temple House, during which time the gift shop will also be open, so please take a moment to stop by. This week's Oneg is sponsored by Christopher and Jessica Lee Messer in honor of Flannery's Bar Mitzvah. Mazel Tov to Christopher and Jessica Lee Messer on Flannery's Bar Mitzvah tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Yes. On Sunday, Sisterhood will be holding their annual Maj and Mitzvah event starting at 1 p.m. On Tuesday, please join the rabbi for his weekly chat on Zoom at noon. Our Jewish and Newish group will meet on Thursday at 7 p.m. On Friday, August 18th, will be our next potluck Shabbat and discussion after services. The topic will be Israel. Then on August 19th, please don't miss our end of summer neighborhood Havdalah at 6 p.m. This is a wonderful way for members to get to know each other, but you must sign up no later than this Sunday so we can finalize the groupings. On August 25th, Pride Shabbat services will be taking place at Shir Hadash at 6 p.m. And we're also participating with the JCRC in the Silicon Valley Pride Parade and Festival on August 26th and 27th. You can support our LGBTQ plus community by attending one or more of the Pride events that weekend. And finally, on August 27th, we will kick off our new and exciting Circles of Connection program. Yes! Okay, all right, I had my moment. With an ice cream social at 3 p.m. This new program offers members a fun way to connect and make friends through activity-based interest groups. Whether you're 21 or 101, there's something for you. At the ice cream social, you'll find out about our fall 2023 circles that you can enjoy, and they include the Big Dill Pickleball Group, and that's for all levels. Yes, we love pickleball, right? Yes. It's a Snap photography group, the Real Deal movie group, Temple Emanu-El's new supper club, Sunday mornings in the park, play dates for kids, and Hidden Treasures of the Bay Area Circle, and last but not least, L'Chaim Libations. That is our beer and wine group.
That sounds good.
Yes. You can join as many as you like or you have time for, but we do ask, in order for this to be successful, that you be an active participant. You need to show up, you need to help plan the events. This is to make it successful. For more information, you have flyers. I think they were handed out to you. Take a look at those. Registration is open on the Temple website. If you have any questions, just please come and see me. And this brings us to the end of August. We have a lot of events, but Rosh Hashanah is coming up 2 weeks later. You can sign up to send a Connections greeting online, and you should be getting your High Holiday booklets very soon. If you're able to help with mailings, deliver High Holiday bags to congregants, it looks like we still need at least 10 more drivers to make the delivery to everyone feasible. Or if you want to help greet or usher for the holidays, please contact Iris in the office. If you enjoyed today's Ruach Shabbat service, please note that our Erev Rosh Hashanah service will also be in this style. Yes, so please plan to attend. I'm almost done, bear with me. And finally, it's really wonderful to see so many folks in attendance. I think we have about 150, plus or minus, which is fabulous, tonight for the Ruach Shabbat service and Shabarbecue on the newly renovated patio. This is actually a first, right? And I want to actually give a big thanks to our hardworking staff, our hardworking membership committee, yes, and Kim Jackman, who's actually in the back somewhere, leading the effort tonight to make sure that you guys have a wonderful evening. So please enjoy the dinner, drinks, and dessert. And once again, Shabbat Shalom.
All right, our leader tonight is not actually in your, did you have another
I
announcement?
did
Rabbi?
actually.
Sorry.
Just
want to
So-
clarify that August 25th, as you already have learned, I hope, that we do Pride as a community. So each synagogue hosts it, we rotate it. This will be at Shir Hadash, and so Canner, I'm actually going to be down south celebrating a certain birthday coming up. But Canner will be actually at Shir Hadash leading that service. And then our congregation is going to be participating on August 27th for the parade. I think everyone needs to be there. Where else should we be? Right? We should be there. We need to support each other. We need to support our community. And that's a huge part of our community. So I hope you'll be there. Please be there. Kendra, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was saying,
As you were saying.
our Aleinu tonight is actually not in our Siddur, but if you've been coming to a Ruach Shabbat or Rosh Shabbat, it's hopefully becoming familiar. But it's a little repeat after me. So these words might be new for you. So repeat after me. V'hashevota.
Hashivota.
El levavecha.
El levavecha.
Ki Adonai.
Ki Adonai.
Hu ha-Elohim.
Hu ha-Elohim.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Please rise.
Please rise. It is our minhag, our custom at Temple Emanu-El, when we read the names on our yard site list, to stand if we choose to when we hear the name of someone that we're grieving, as a sign of love and grief for that person, and to remain standing until all the names on our yard site list have been recited. Then together we'll all rise in support. None of us should be alone in our grief. On this Shabbat, we think of the Shiva, the first week of mourning, for Heidi Preston, beloved daughter of Virginia Beck, as well as those that are grieving the Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning, for Ingrid Einstein, Maria Josephina, who we lovingly call Bita McClure, as well as those that are grieving the Shana, the first year mourning, for Evan Aronoff, Mike Kahn, Julian Cannell, Laura Danoff Robinson, Robert DeNike, Edith Donath, Mervyn Durlister, Daniel Ellsberg, Betty Fargo, Nessia Fistrom, Harold Fletcher, Mary Gold, Natalie Goldman, Fritz Gottfeld, Jacqueline Hall, Walter Jacobs, Young Kim, Shirley Lerner, Owen Luria, Rochelle Marquis, Marianne Mates, Bishop P.J. McGraw, Joyce Mendel, Janice Palmer, Bradley Parkins, Thomas Parkins, Deanna Marie Pender, Ruth Rosenberg, Lawrence Ross, Mitzi Sapper, Judy Siegel, William Silen, Joan Singer, Howard Sutkin, Wells Wagner, Sherman Zell. We also think of the following yard sites we observe on this Shabbat, as we think of Sarah Asher, Miriam Elon, George Baker, Maurice Don Berman, Irving M. Bernstein, Ruth Bloomfield, Stephen Bloomfield, Natalie Bortz, Ethel Brody, Marcus Brooks, Solly Cohen, Janice Cohen, Fanny Emanuel, Sydney Fox, Sarah Freeberg, Mimi Lewis Fuller, Ben Gamborg, Emeritus Rabbi of this congregation, Rabbi Joseph Gittin, Charles Goldberg, Nettie Goldman, Eileen Hoffman, Elizabeth Cass, Harry Kessler, Steve Koss, Bertha Crystal, Pasha Land, Eva Lev, Betty Lichtenstein, Francisco Machado, Consejo Machado, Frida Madzel, Sumner Maggot, Sarah Marcus, Naomi Mayer, Barry Melnick, Isidore Messinger, Albert Milgram, Edna Novak, Elias Papkin, Jeff Prisant, Barbara T. Shulkin, Pauline Kessler-Stein, Jonathan Andrew Stern, Lawrence Stern, Joseph Tannenbaum, Samuel Weinstein, Jack Weintraub, Benjamin Weiss, Eleanor Zurikov. Zichronom Livracha, may all the memories of our loved ones endure as a blessing. As we now all rise, turning to page 121 to recite together our Martyr's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, ve'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malachutei, ve'chayachon v'yomechon, u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agalav uzman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'alam olmei alamaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ותרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו אלא מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בלמה וידלו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל אמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to those who are bereaved among us, whoever they may be, as we all say together. Amen. Please be seated.
Just want to say another huge thank you to our incredible band this evening. I hope you enjoyed the service. Thank you to all of you for being an amazing congregation. And to Ryan, of course, for making all this happen, this sound on our patio for the first time with all of us out here. I think it went pretty well. We'll conclude on page 128 with Oseh Shalom.
Count me in.
Oseh Shalom V'Noma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'Amo Yisrael, Ve'Amo Yoshvei Tevel, Emru, Amen. Oseh Shalom V'Noma.
opposite, though. And you notice that Uri brought out his oud, which he just got. He just got that, by the way, and he starts playing around. He already can play it. So there you go. So Ur is playing the oud. I like it. So we're going to do Kiddush and Motzi here so that when we go in, you all can eat and enjoy. So there'll be shots of Kiddush wine or grape juice. So we do shots of Temple Emanu-El apparently. And of course, a little piece of challah, already pretty good for your enjoyment. Canner, take it away with Kiddush. Oh, I'm sorry, Flan.
Yeah.
Come here, Flan.
I got the night off for Kiddush.
That's right. Flannery's leading. Cool.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher vishanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho le'ahavav v'ratzon hidilanu, zikaron l'maaseh b'reishit. Kilu Yom Tevilah B'Mikra Kodesh Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim. Imanu V'Charta V'Otanu Kiddashta B'Kol Amim V'Shavat Koshecha V'Ahava U'Ratzon Inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Hashabbat. Amen. Hi.
What do you think, Manischewitz? What do you think? Yeah, still gross. Yeah, it's still gross. And I would agree with you. I think it's gross. That's why Flannery, it's only used for charoset. Use pork for charoset?
Yeah.
Whoa, fancy.
Oh. Oh. I don't know if I'd want to waste my pork on it. It's really a nice idea. I kind of like that. It's really good though. Oh my. Guess where we're going, everyone, for Pesach this year? Let's join together in Motzi, shall we? Let's Motzi out here too. Let's do it all out here. Oh yeah, let's do it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
See you at the Temple
See you in the
House.
Temple House.
problem. Crazy.
Imaginary. Thanks, man. Sounded good.
Yeah.
That's this time, Judy. Yeah, it's not much to do.
The problem is the tonality. Like all the semitones and stuff like
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? Yeah. We're in jazz.